are the Sultans. We are the Sultans of Swing.
Welcome back to Mochi. So the story continues. The best left-arm seamer by a country mile, the Sultan of Swing. The only bowler in the history of the game with the highest probability of taking a hat-trick. Can you beat that? And when the king himself, knighted by the title Sir, says he's one of the best he has ever faced, Sir Vivian Alexander Richards. So he was a true legend of the game, would keep it very simple. If this is the shiny side, he was old school. And if he wanted to bowl an away swinger to the right-hander, he would keep the shiny side inside, fingers apart, ball the seam pointing towards first slip, and with the wrist. That's it. And if he wanted to bring the ball back in, left arm over the wicket, that's the left arm over the wicket, shiny side out, ball pointing, fingers apart, ball pointing towards the pad with the wrist, and that was it. He used to keep it very simple. Unlike today where the cross seam, this seam, that seam, with the thumb, this, that, and his slow one was just the orthodox off-cutter. So I'll start where I left off. I reunited with the Pakistan team in Toronto when I went to commentate on the Sahara Cup. We had gone backwards. That's what we always do. Relaxation had become licensed, and there was palpable dissatisfaction with Ramiz's leadership. That tournament is best remembered now for Inzi losing his temper with a spectator who had been heckling him on a loud hailer. Calling him Alu, potato, Alu. When he was out in the field, he called to the 12th man Muhammad Hassan for a bat, which he then brandished as he waded into the crowd. "What were you doing?" I asked Hassan afterwards. "Inzi bhai asked me for a bat," he mumbled. "What could a guy in the field want a bat for?" I said, exasperated. "If he had asked you for a knife, would you have got him a knife?" But Hassan was not very bright. Not a good comment to make. Ramiz's captaincy did not survive 4 defeats by India in 5 completed matches. Saeed Anwar led us in 3 home ODIs against India as I continued in my recovery. I was clearly going to have to listen to what my body was telling me. One unanticipated consequence of my shoulder injury, for example, was that I could no longer return the ball straight because the injury had affected the timing of my release, although not the power. I had to aim my throw slightly away from the stump in order to hit them. So, kanni khan lag gaya si, oda bazu. I don't know what this means. I returned for the second test of the 3-match series against South Africa to a palpable rift, he's used that word again, within the PCB about how to address the issue of corruption, reflected in sudden changes of direction. Sohail, who had been on the outer since his clash with Majid, announced, "I have no intention of playing for Pakistan again. I'm totally fed up with them." He was instantly recalled. With the series on the line for the 3rd test in Faisalabad and Waqar also back from injury, Majid then ordered a green top. It looked like paying off. We led the first inning by 69 runs, and only the night watchman, Pat Simcox and Sean Pollock, really held us up long on the 3rd day. The video of this match is playing while I'm reading this. Simcox could never have survived. At one point, Mushi bowled him a flipper, which he missed, and it went between off and middle stumps without touching either. He really lost my temper. I really lost my temper with the groundsman. "What were you doing?" I shouted at him. "Don't you even know where to set the stumps?" This poor old guy, he just kept apologizing, but there was nothing to be done. And in any case, we ended up needing only 142 with all our wickets in hand on the last day. We should have won easily. Next morning was one of the worst performances I ever witnessed. Sohail carved 2 boundaries of Donald through point, then picked out the fielder seeking a 3rd. And we lost the next 4 wickets for 8 to Sean Pollock. I slogged fatally at Simcox to see his shot. When they got Saklan and Moeen, and we sustained our first test defeat at the Proteas' hands by 53 runs. Yani 142. It was of course later put down as a fix, including by our suggestible and blame-shifting team manager Harun Rashid. At the time, it was viewed more properly as a lack of leadership. Saeed Anwar, who'd had a poor series with a bad, paid with his job. I'll just stop here. I've read 2 pages. It's a long script, this one, so just bear with. We'll continue in the next.
Salim Malik is seen here offering to fix the Asia Cup match that we saw for the modest sum of £100,000.
ये किस तरह होता है ये मैच फिक्सिंग क्वास का नहीं नॉनसेंस किस तरह ये होता है 12 खिलाड़ी कितने होंगे 12 होंगे ना क्या कहना 12 कभी भी नहीं अच्छा
This tape was secretly recorded 3 months ago by the British scandal sheet News of the World. Their reporter posed as a businessman looking for easy money. Salim Malik explains that you only need 5 or 6 players to be in on the scam.
मंजा में भी चेक करो
मनन में भी जिसले सड़ना खेलते रहे ने सारा कुछ साइड में बैठ के सीधा है सन तो पता ना कौन कौन था
Salim Malik still denies that he's a match fixer. One of the things that makes it difficult when you deny that you've had involvement personally in match fixing are the News of the World tapes, because we see you there on television saying, it will be very easy for me to fix a match. The players will agree. We've all sat together and done it before. We've seen you say that.
I didn't say anything.
But there's film. Is it you on the film?
No.
It's not you.
ये इन्होंने बनाई है फिल्म. They made that film.
But it's what, an actor, not you, or?
I don't know who's there.
It looks like you.
It looks like me, but it's not me.
It sounds like you.
Like they can. It's a computer's.
Thanks for watching.